my amazing disciples, if your favorite sensei here again, Sensei Mahal. So very pleased to have you all in this lesson, and I hope you all are having a beautiful time, beautiful day. So on today's lesson, we are going to be focusing on trigonometry, simplifying trig ratios using the special angles, all the knowledge that we have from the special angles. So hope you are ready, and let's begin. So now we are given tan 300 multiplied by sin 75 multiplied by tan 315 divided by cot 60 multiplied by cos 50 multiplied by, sorry about that, cos 1485, and all of that is multiplied by cosec squared 30. So how do we tackle this? So we need to make sure we reduce everything here in form of a special angle, since they said we mustn't use a calculator. So they will be looking at our steps, most importantly, because of the workout is very important, because of we are not supposed to use a calculator. So we should show steps of how we got to the answer. So let's begin. So it's tan 300. So what do we do with tan 300? Let's first reduce it. So tan, let's reduce it using 360 minus 60, since it's the closest one to 360. That's all. So sin 75. This, please note, it's not a special angle. It's not any special angle. Even though we may try to reduce it, it's not gonna give us any special angle. If we use 45, it will not add to 75 and give us a special angle. So check the trick here. So we can try to, because of these two are in a way more or less the same, so we can try to use co-functions here. So many of you may ask co-functions how. So remember, cos 90 minus, sorry, sin 90 minus theta is gonna change into a cos. Because why? Because it's in the first quadrant, remember. So this is in the fourth quadrant. So if we say sin 90 minus 50, since it's a co-function, we will just change it to sin 15, since it's more or less the same thing. So take note of that. So what's the next step here? Reduce tan 315. So tan 315, well, which one is it's closest to 360? So let's just use tan 360 minus 45 here. So for now, let's just focus on this. Sorry about that. Let's focus on first this part here, and then from there on we will just multiply all the answer that we get with cosec squared 30. So cot, it's closest to, okay, it is in a special angle here, so we know that cot, let me just erase and just simplify it also. So we know that cot is the opposite of tan 60. Yeah, today this graphic pen is not doing the work, but then yeah, we will just have to keep pushing. Probably maybe there's something wrong with the settings. I will just check later on. So cos 15, it's not also still also not in a special angle, so we can just, since this one here you're gonna change it in a special angle, you can just leave it as it is. So, and now this one here. So here, remember, whenever you are given a bigger angle that is greater than 360, you need to reduce it by subtracting by 360 up until it's an angle that is less than 360. So if here we subtract by 360, what are we gonna get? We're gonna get, it's 5. 60 minus 55 is equals to 25. 3 minus this one is equals to 11. So that's the first one. Still greater than it. You're gonna still reduce it more. 120. Okay. So it's 125 minus 60. It's gonna give us 65. And okay. So it's 120 minus 60. So it's 1000 minus this thing. It's gonna give us 7. So still greater, we reduce it. So if you are having challenges or difficulty, there is a lesson that I summed up explaining this rule of why do we reduce it and how do you reduce it. But then anyway, it's more or less like straightforward. Whenever an angle is greater than 360, you need to reduce it so that it can be smaller than it. Remember that. Since here we'll be using reduction, you need to reduce it so that it can be less than 360. Because of, remember that in the Cartesian plane of first quadrant, second, third, and fourth, everything there is up to 3 from 0 to 360, the full rotation. So we cannot be dealing with we cannot be dealing with angles that are greater than 360. So that's why we need to reduce them so that they can be smaller and compact. Okay? So that's how we basically do it. So it's 65 minus 60 is going to give us 5, and 700 minus 300 is going to give us 400. So it's 405. Still greater than 360. Reduce it again. So our answer here will give us okay, so it's 5 here. So it's 400 minus 360. It's going to give us 45. So here I can just simply write cos 45, or you can just write this one here. It's 405 minus 360, just to show that I reduced it. This method, you can write it, you can write it here, but because of lack of space, I cannot do that. That's why I'm just writing this one only. Hope you understand. So let's proceed. Let me erase this first. So let's now simplify everything, leave everything in a simplified form. So it's tan 60 here. It's on the it's on the fourth quadrant. It's negative tan 60. So here it's gonna be cos 50 or positive cos 15. Positive what? Because of, remember, 90 minus theta is on quadrant 1. This is on quadrant 4 still. So it's gonna give us a negative tan 45. So because of it's on quadrant 4. So here we just leave it as it is. This one. Tan 60. So cos 15. So you can see that these two will cancel each other out. So here we have seen that it will give us cos 45. So it's still gonna, remember, it's still gonna give us, oh sorry, I wrote this thing in a wrong. Sorry. I should have written it. It's not gonna give us positive here. Sorry about that. So it's gonna give us a negative. So because of, remember, if it was 360, oh yeah, it's okay, it's cos 45. Okay, 360 plus 45. Yeah, it's still gonna give us positive. Sorry, because of it. This is in quadrant 1. Remember, 360 plus theta is in quadrant 1, so it's gonna give us just positive cos 45. Yeah. Remember that this is in quadrant 1. So remember that. So now here, let's try shifting everything, writing it in a special angle. Then we multiply the answer by this guy here. So here we still remember it was side no tan 60. Yeah, it was a negative tan 60. So remember that tan 60 is root 3 over 1. So you can just write root 3 over 1. So these two cancel out. Remember, these two cancel out. Here it gave us negative tan 45. Remember that tan 45 is equal to 1 over 1, which is just 1. So negative 1, because of it was not in the third quadrant. So this gave us, so remember that cot 60 is the inverse of tan 60. So if tan 60 gave us root 3 over 1, so which means this guy here will give us 1 over root 3. Yeah? So if this is tan 60, so this will be the opposite of tan 60. So we know that our answer here will be root, so it will be 1 over root 3. Let's erase that. So, and this one here gave us cos 45. We know that cos 45 is equal to 1 over square root 2, 1 over square root 2. Yeah? So remember, this is a special angle. If you use the calculator, remember that here it's going to give you some nasty answer. This is root 2 over 2, which is not correct, because of in those triangles, remember, you do not have the root 2 over 2. Remember, in the triangle of 45, what do we have? We have 1 over root 2, and then we have 1 and 1 and root 2. So you can see that it's 1 over root 2. So if you use the calculator, it's gonna give you root 2 over 2, which basically means that here, here we have root 2 and here we have 2, which is incorrect. Then they will penalize you and make your answer incorrect, even though it may be correct. It's sad, I know, but then you need to just be obedient and follow the instructions. So all of this thing multiplied by this guy here, multiplied by, so we know that cosec is the opposite of 1 over sine 30. So what is 1 over sine 30 is equal to a half. So we know that, so here the answer, this minus this thing, it's gonna give us, okay, let's say, okay, this will cancel each other out. We're gonna be left with minus 1, and then minus 1 and minus 1 is gonna give us positive 1 divided by 1 over square root 2, and the inverse of this thing will be 1 multiplied by root 2 over 1. Answer will give us root 2 here on the side. So now here, remember, let me change the color.
So remember here, cosec squared is 1 over sine all squared. So it's 1 over sine 30 all squared. Remember, we know that sine 30 is equals to a half. So the opposite of half is 2 over 1. So this is cosec 30. So if cosec 30 is 2, then cosec squared is 2 squared. So it's 2 squared here. So our answer will be 4 multiplied by root of 2. And our answer will be 4 root of 2. So let me erase this once. So this is our final answer. 4 root of 2. Remember that 1 over cos theta is like 1 over 2, which is the same as 2. So hence why I just wrote it as 2. Ne? So it was really nice having this lesson with you, fellow scientists. It has started today. So I really enjoyed the lesson. Hope you did too. So if you have not yet subscribed, please like, share the video and subscribe, and welcome to the family. Tell your friends, your cousins, as much as you can. Tell as many people as you can that the sensei is back with a fresh new lesson of simplifying trigonometry. And enjoy the rest of your day. Bye bye.